Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Yesterday, November 22nd, it was reported that former baseball pitcher Doug Jones died at 64. And they're saying he died from COVID. But I want you to see the big coincidence here. This one, if you're trying to wake up your friends and family to what's really going on in the world, this is actually a great example. This man was drafted by the Milwaukee Brewers in 1982, 39 years ago. He died November 22nd, the day leaving 39 days left in the year. And of course, the big news for the Brewers recently was that Corbin Burnes became the first Milwaukee Brewer to win the Cy Young in 39 years. Plus, Corbin Burnes wears the number 39. And on top of that, the gematria of Cy Young, it's just one off 39, it's 38. But notice, Doug Jones equals 38 like Cy Young. Of course, the words death, murder, killing, R.I.P., they all equal 38. We're always talking about the song Gematria, the killing name. The band that did that song had two members die in connection to 38, band Slipknot. But the day he died, November 22nd, 2021, it was a date with 38 numerology, plus it was the day leaving 39 days left in the year. And on top of that, Cy Young died in history November 4th, which was 18 days before this man's death, and that's a big number in baseball. Baseball has the gematria 18 half innings. Roger Maris with his 61 home runs in 1961, 61 the 18th prime. But go figure. After Corbin Burnes becomes the first Cy Young winner in 39 years, you get the death of a former Brewer pitcher on the day leaving 39 days left in the year who was drafted 39 years ago. And if you notice, he played for quite a few teams in his career, drafted by Milwaukee, played the prime of his career with the Cleveland Indians. Then notice where he went. Houston Astros. Think about how the Astros just lost to the other native team, the Braves, right? And with regards to that, we just covered this death days ago. Julio Lugo dead at 45, Major League 45. And Julio Lugo was drafted by Houston and finished his career with the Braves. And notice he played in 22 games with the Braves, like Braves equals 22, like Hank Aaron died on the 22nd day of January, the year the Braves would go on to win the World Series. So and we also talked about the death of Pedro Feliciano, who also died at age 45. Remember, Major League equals 45. 45 is the ninth triangular number, 9 innings in a baseball game, 9 men on the field in defense. He died 75 days after his birthday. Pedro Feliciano, 75. Some sites reported he died on November 7th, 117, right after the conclusion of the 117th World Series. Others reported he died on November 8th. Next year will be the 118th World Series. By the way, they just named the two MVPs for the AL and NL on November 18th. Bryce Harper in the NL, and in the AL, it was the Japanese star, Ohtani. And what's interesting, and we've talked about this before, is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Los Angeles, California both equal 118. Next year is the 118th World Series. We talked about Kobe being from Philly, the 118 city playing in LA, the other 118 city dying by the numbers, January 26, 2020, getting buried in Corona Del Mar right at the start of the coronavirus. But, just remember, some of these rituals will be for the season ahead. So if he died on the day of the 118, something to think about for next year. And, of course, right after the Astros lost the World Series, you had the Astro World tragedy. And then the next day in the news, you had the death of Astro from UB40. And his birth name is Terrence Wilson, which in Gematria equals 162 with the alphabetic order, 63 with the alphabetic order in rules numerology, like Major League Baseball's 162 and 63. And, of course, Field of Dreams is also 63. With the alphabetic order, it's 117, like how they did the Field of Dreams game the year of the 117th World Series. But again, at the All-Star break, when they moved the Yankees into the game and replaced St. Louis, I said, watch, the Yankees will get hot, they'll win a bunch of games, and they'll end up with 63 wins by the end of the Field of Dreams game. That's exactly what they did. They had to win a ton of games in a short amount of time to do it, but we knew they were going to do it. And we rode the Yankees real nice for those few weeks stretch and hit a lot of W's. Again, the games are scripted, you guys. All of you who deny it are simply that, in denial. In denial. I'm always amazed when I drop a video with stuff as hard as this, and people are like, you gotta be kidding me. Are you serious with this? You really think numbers matter? It's just like, yeah, numbers do matter, moron. Look up the quote, Pythagoras, all is number. Look into the secret societies that run D.C. that have Pythagoras etched all over their buildings and his quote, all is number. Your ignorance doesn't mean it doesn't matter. By the way, Art LaFleur just died, who was in the Field of Dreams game, and he just died by the exact pattern that we called the World Series by. We had Atlanta all day to beat Houston, and likely in Game 6, 4-2, since Hank Aaron retired at age 42, and Atlanta lost the All-Star game on 4-2 and a whole bunch of other shit. But look at this. Atlanta's 69 with the alphabetic order, 15 with the alphabetic order and rules numerology. Art LaFleur died 69 days after his own birthday and 15 days after the World Series ended, after Atlanta just won it. And remember, the Astros just picked up their 69th postseason loss all time, losing the World Series, and 15th World Series loss all time. Art LaFleur also played Babe Ruth in The Sandlot. Remember, Hank Aaron, who this season was about, passed Babe Ruth in home runs, and from the anniversary of him passing Babe Ruth to the start of the World Series was 201 days later, that big fat number with the Jesuits. Also, Max Cleland, Georgia politician, he died right after the World Series concluded. And again, Georgia wins the World Series, big Georgia death. He died November 9th, and here's how you know that wasn't an accident. The day he died, November 9th, that's the 313th day of the year, which is the 65th prime number, and it's the day leaving 52 days remaining. His birth name, Joseph Cleland, 5265. Couldn't have died on a more perfect day. Went by the name Max Cleland, but Joseph Cleland, the birth name. And if you saw the video I did on this initially, I said his last name is similar to Cleveland, where the other native team is from. They're changing their name to the Spiders, but the Braves just won it. And again, this is how they roll. Also, Ronnie Wilson of the Gap Band died. He died right after the conclusion of the World Series. The Gap Band was founded the same year Hank Aaron was let go by the Braves. And the thing about his death, well, there was a lot, but his brother had died earlier in the year at age 59, and then he died on the day leaving 59 days left in the year. And Atlanta, Georgia's got that 59 number stamped all over black history. Atlanta, a predominantly black city. You know, Gap Band, big band in the 80s. Again, they had their breakout year the year Hank Aaron was released. So I don't think his death was separate from the World Series either. He was in Tulsa, Oklahoma, not far from where the World Series concluded in Houston. But again, every time a championship rolls around, college or pro, the bodies always pile up, the death rituals, and some are a lot more obvious than others. But yeah, I mean, you're trying to wake your friends and family up. You can find out if they're a zombie or not by giving them the Doug Jones test. Is it a coincidence that a man dies who was drafted by the Brewers 39 years ago? He dies on the day leaving 39 days left in the year, right after Corbin Burns becomes the first Brewer to win the Cy Young in 39 years, and he wears the number 39? If they say that they think that's a coincidence, you know you got a zombie. And sadly, a lot of us have a lot of zombies in our friends and families. So anyway, we'll leave it there for now, you guys. And by the way, there's been even more people who've died in connection to the baseball postseason, but these are just all the ones that were so tightly knit right around the World Series. And I might have even missed some, but you know, I'm here trying to pay attention to the headlines each day, keep tabs on what they're doing. But if you guys are new here, I'm here for every sports championship, college and pro, showing you just how many people died in connection. It's the same thing every single time. It does not fail. It's always a clear numerical ritual. So we'll leave it there for now. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the likes and the shares. And until next time.